I told you guys I like dancing, so I'm getting into the dance mode before we start this episode. Yes! We say conversations about mental health were supposed to be boring and rigid and hard. Anyway, today we're talking about mental health hygiene, and a little bit about mental illness. So in the last episode, I talked about my diagnosis, and you're wondering, what are these things? How can I find them? Where do I find them if YouTube is not being my friend, or if it's scaring me? Some of you Googled and you think you're going to die. No, I am here to tell you that we're going to have a vibe as we have these conversations around mental health. So what is mental health? Mental health is generally the well-being of your mind, psychologically, socially, emotionally. How are you able to deal with the daily things that happen in your life? Some of us get so stressed and we basically can't do life. Some of us get so burnt out and you're wondering, okay, is burnout a mental illness? Some of us, when we become broke, we become so sad and you're wondering, but am I depressed? Well, I'm here to answer all those questions. First, we will go to mental health hygiene. Mental health hygiene. How do I take care of my mental health? What activities do I do not to get on the other side of a spectrum? I don't want you guys to be with me swallowing medicine, crying. No. I want you on the hot side of the spectrum. So I will be sharing tips. 1, journal. It gets things off your mind. It helps you look at how far you've come. If you are dealing with stress last week, when you look back at your journal, you're like, I'm grateful. This week, at least somebody bought me KFC. I am grateful. This week, at least somebody checked on me. Yeah? So that's one of the things you can do to deal with your mental health hygiene. Another thing is working out. I love going to gym, but even when I go to gym, I hate running people. So if you ever find me at the road in gym clothes, dead, please know somebody sacrificed me and dragged me there. I did not voluntarily go running. I hate it. But for some people, running clears their head, or going for a walk clears their head. So it's really helpful. Working out gives you those endorphins, those happy hormones that basically help you do life better. Another thing that you can do is eat right. There are foods that are very, very, very good for your mental health. Don't be like me. My bad coping mechanism was not eating, but I am working on that. But the foods that are good for your mental health: fish, apples. Some of you live on coffee from night till morning. You can substitute coffee for an apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Add fruits into your diet. Add some vitamins into your diet, and you will look like a hot 25-year-old forever, on top of having good mental health. Temunda. Another thing that you can do is just go and have conversations with people. Share your problem. A problem shared is a problem half solved. Do not keep these things inside. Do not bottle in your emotions. That eventually will lead to a mental health breakdown, like I did. I just compacted all my feelings, and I just kept suppressing. But feelings will demand to be felt. At the end of the day, they'll blow up, and it will be so sad and so extreme. So you can do that to take care of your mental health hygiene. Another thing you can do is activities you love. If you love to do art, do art. If you love to sing, sing. Do some breathing exercises when you're getting stressed or anxious. One of the things I do for myself is I look around the room. What are the different colors I can see? What are the different things I can feel? What are the different scents I can smell? So such things really help with my mental health hygiene. And then another thing, some of us have never heard of a psychiatrist or a therapist, and we think people who see these people are the sick ones. You don't have to wait to get sick to see these people. Yeah, walk into a hospital, ask to speak to a therapist. Tell her about your good vibes. Maybe she'll add good vibes onto you. Huh? God, you're just there. Goodness and mercy are following you after your session. You get? See a psychiatrist. Yeah, so those are some of the things I think you can do for your mental health hygiene. Okay, so now when you talk about mental illness, some of you are like, is sadness a mental illness? Is fear a mental illness? Yeah, so there are basically three types. There are mood disorders, so you'll find bipolar, depression, there are personality disorders, and then the anxiety disorders. So most of the people fall in between those three. You can have three or you can have one, but the good news is that Jesus didn't leave you here to die alone. Yeah? There are professionals that can help you, that can hold your hand, that you can do life with in order for you to achieve your most authentic version, your most healed version. So basically, if you're going through life and you find it hard, yeah, just pass by a hospital, ask to see a psychiatrist, ask to see a therapist, and get help. If I had gotten help earlier, I wouldn't have chronic mental illness. But remember, even with chronic mental illness, you're a totally wholesome person outside it, and you can do anything you put your mind to. Like, look at me, I'm out here doing life. Anyway, see you next time.